this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do a slightly belated quarter 3 review. I had to think about where we were in the year just then. So yeah, every 3 months I like to put up what I call my quarterly review to show you what diamond paintings I've completed during that quarter, during that 3-month period, and also what my whips are. I've often got a lot more to show in whip action than completions, and this quarter is no exception. It's been a bit of a weird one, to be honest. There's been periods when I have been like diamond painting frantically, doing loads. And then there's also been long periods where I've barely touched it. For various reasons, like I got a bit obsessed with a Lego product. We have our new kitten Charlie, and I was, just lying around upstairs with him, getting to know him. Holidays, summer holiday, all those things. Anyway, so I think I've placed a fair few drills this quarter, but I really don't have much in the way of finishes to show you. But anyway, let's crack on and show you what I have got. So the first and my only sort of major big diamond painting completion of the quarter is Christmas Cabin. So I do have a full post review of this one if you want to go back and check that on my channel. But here it is. Oh, wow, it's big. So this is by Donna Gelsinger. It was released by Diamond Art Club as part of their Christmas releases last year. Let's bend over there. Just trying to show you all of it. And I started it last Christmas period. I think I was working on it in November and then a little bit around Christmas itself. But I kind of knew I wasn't going to finish it before Christmas last year because it would have meant just working on this and nothing else. And I really fancied doing some kind of smaller Christmas project. So that's what I did. And then I generally only like to work on seasonal kits when they're seasonally appropriate. So I kind of made use of the fact that Christmas in July is a big thing in the diamond painting community. Lots of shops release products for it. Lots of people do like events and that kind of thing. And that gave me my reasoning for finishing it in July, because I kind of wanted to have it done ahead of this Christmas season so that firstly, we can put it up on the wall. And secondly, I can start a brand new fresh project for Christmas this year. Like I've got a couple of contenders in my stash. Of course, I'll see what else comes out this year. But yeah, looking forward to doing a brand new project this year. Anyways, this was stunning. It is one of those pieces that as soon as I saw the release, I was like, I have to have it. And Diamond Art Club, like their rendering is generally fab. That's, one of the big reasons why a lot of us love them so much, that their rendering is just second to none. But once in a while, a kit comes along that they knock it out of the park even more so than, their usual quality. Oh, Charlie's coming to say hello. Hello, baby. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, does that feel weird under your paws? I bet it does. He doesn't like that. Oh, dear. Anyways, I think this is... He's just shaking his paws after every step. I think this is one of those kits where the rendering is just beyond even their normal levels. Why don't you get off it if you don't like it? Yeah, that's more sensible, isn't it? Like, particularly things like this corner with the tree. Like, it looks like... I don't know, it's just so sort of true to life, true to the artwork. And then the same thing really over here. So yeah. It's gorgeous. Oh, now Charlie's underneath it and sort of wearing it like a blanket when I put it down. It had quite a lot of confetti. Like this side, I remember being slightly taken aback because I didn't realize, just looking at it, how much confetti there was going to be. Then I had this middle area that had quite a lot of blocking, went a bit quicker. And then this side, I kind of always knew was going to be slow going. I think I'd got it to about here by the end of Christmas last year. So I just worked on this part in the first couple of weeks of July, and it went along pretty smoothly. I really enjoyed it. Excellent quality. I've only got good things to say about this, really. And I love Donna Gelsinger pieces in general. And yeah, I think it's stunning. It was also fun because I'm quite slow and I have a decent sized stash. So quite often by the time I get around to working on a kit, loads of other people have already done it. And I love seeing other people's completions, but it's something kind of different about seeing your own. And I don't think I had ever seen this completed till I did it, so that felt kind of special as well. Anyway, that is Christmas Cabin. Let's move on to my other rather pitiful finishes before I start going through my whips. So firstly, we've had a couple of months worth of my months of the year. I think I'd shown you the June one in my last quarterly review. So this is, no, what am I talking about? July. Yeah, the July one I think I showed you then. This was September and this is October. As you can see, I have the relevant month in this photo frame, although it was quite cheap and it's falling apart from having been opened up every month. So I'm hoping it will get me through the end of the year. But yeah, I got these for a sneak peek last year and I just thought I would do one every month, and then I have it on my desk in my office, which I really like. And it's nice to do this little small project every month. Generally, I would see a set of mini dazzles because that is what these are. These are mini dazzles from Diamond Art Club, in case you want to check them out. I would generally see like a whole set as a completion, but my justification for calling these completions is that I always set out to do them this way, bit by bit through the year. I know you don't need me to justify myself, but yeah, that's my rationale in my head. So yeah, this one was fun because it had a lot of these different orangey yellow colours that haven't featured so much in other months. Getting on to the more wintry ones next month. And then the only other completion, I wish I had more to show you, but I have done a lot on my whips, I promise. But the only other completion is my own diamond painting. Oh, it's got hair on it. Lovely, lovely. Let's get rid of that. So this is Count Buncula. I released him as part of a Halloween hamper for my shop, Crafting Cat UK. And as you can see, this was produced for me by Diamond Art Studio, who are a wonderful small shop here in the UK selling diamond paintings, who are another of my absolute favourites. And yeah, this is the second one that we had done. We did a spring hamper, and the little guy in that one, the bunny that we called Hot Cross Bunny, was really popular. So we thought, let's turn it into a bit of a series, and brought him back for Halloween. This has sold out. It did really well. It sold out in a day. I was just over the moon about that. Obviously, in retrospect, then I wish I'd been able to get more in. But as a very small shop, that I'm always very limited on the amount of stock I can get in anyway, when it's things that I have to kind of, pay for up front rather than making myself. Anyways, he is all sold out, but yeah, I love him. Obviously, this one has particular special meaning because it's my diamond painting with my shop name on it. But I think he's adorable anyway, biased as I am. So yeah, obviously he is a little vampire bunny. He's got various special drills. There's ABs, there are frosty drills. So his little fangs are full of special drills. His cape, and then this is his, instead of a traditional jack-o'-lantern, we had to do a carrot for him. So yeah, and I'm not sure at the moment if he may be my only Halloween finish for this year. I don't know. I filmed yesterday and put up a video of opening my mystery box. And I won't say what I got in it in case you're trying to avoid spoilers, but there was one I was very excited to get, and I am considering doing that one, but I'm not sure. I think maybe I won't do a Halloween piece this year, because I've got so many other things that I want to work on, and then I do want to be free to do a Christmas one. I'm not sure. It's either going to be the one I got yesterday or no Halloween pieces. We shall see. It's kind of sad to miss it for a whole year, though. I do like my Halloween diamond paintings. Even though Halloween is not a massive thing to me, it doesn't tend to be a huge deal in the UK, but in diamond painting it is, and it's got me swept along in the Halloween hype. Right, so those are all my completions. Let's start showing you my whips. So I've just counted. I have 5 whips, which stands for work in progress, in case you were not familiar with the term. 2 of them are part of the same project. They're a comparison project. And I'll show you them briefly in a bit, but I haven't actually had a chance to work on them this quarter. That's going to happen soon. But the rest are all standalone whips that are just the things that I have fancied working on at some point, and then I have felt like I wanted to switch to something else before finishing. That's something that I really advocate for people who have the same sort of mentality as me, because I know a lot of people really enjoy to just always do one at a time, and that's great if it works for you, and sometimes I do it too. But I sometimes see people kind of feel guilty if they want to start another whip before they have another diamond painting before they finish one. And if that's what you want to do, I say go for it, because this is a hobby. We're doing it for fun. And for me personally, it is entirely possible for me to get burnt out of working on a diamond painting at one point in time. Know that I really will want to finish it and I will enjoy finishing it another time, switch to another diamond painting, and then go back to that first one and, just like I thought, really enjoy it. So that I have different projects for different times. Sometimes I have projects that I know I'm going to work straight through. Others I start on knowing that I'm not going to. And I think all of these probably fall in that category. So what I'm saying is I feel no guilt for having more whips than finishes. And I know that these will all get finished at some point. Right, enough rambling. So my first whip, and I think I have shown this to you before because I'm pretty sure I did a kitten chat for it. This is Laundry Black Cats. It is another Diamond Art Club. As you see, the vast majority of kits I work on are Diamond Art Club, Diamond Art Studio. I love to try other shops when I can. It's just, to be honest, I have clear favourites in terms of, you know, artists and rendering and those kind of things that are associated with certain shops. And I just don't get through that many diamond paintings, so I don't end up trying as many more as I would ideally like to. But hey, there's time. The hobby isn't going anywhere. Anyways, so Laundry Black Cats came out for Black Friday last year. And I'm so relieved I got this because I was stalking all the previews all week, planning ahead what I was going to buy. And it was like the night before. So for me in the UK, early access time for Diamond Art Club was like 5 a.m. So this was like the night before when I was going to sleep. So just a few hours before release, really. And I was just scrolling to check whether I'd missed anything. And I had missed this one. And it turned out to be super popular, although I don't know why I'm surprised. So yeah, I was just really glad that I spotted it because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get it. And this artist is really popular. They've now released several. Oh, there's a drill that had come up by this artist and they always sell really well. I haven't bought any of the others. I feel like for me, it's a style that I absolutely love, but I might be one and done with it. We'll see. We'll see what else they come out with. It's quite blocky. It's quite limited in color palette. And I'll try anything for a project now and again, particularly when I love the artwork as much as this one, but I feel like that's not something I'd want to work on all the time. Plus, I'm still having a bit of rounds fatigue. I have plenty of round kits in my stash. I really don't want to become someone who's wedded to squares because I love to be able to buy a piece based on the artwork, but like I can't force it. The reality is I do prefer squares a lot. I enjoy round drills for short bursts, but I get a little more fed up with them. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Anyways, so it's 55.6 centimetre square. And yeah, it's not a huge kit. I did wonder if I would work on it all the way through, but I kind of thought I wouldn't because like there's quite a lot of repetition. There's only 31 colours. And yeah, all of this background, these blue bricks are super pretty, but quite repetitive. So yeah, I'm not surprised that I have needed to have a couple of breaks. I think I did most of it, like about half of it in one go in July. And then I had a break and did something else. And then I did come back and do another row. I think next time I come to work on it, I'll probably finish it because there's really not that much left. But yeah, it's just a lot of the same colours. Isn't it weird how that matters? Like blue is my all-time favourite colour. You would think it would not be an issue for me. And maybe if it was squares, it wouldn't be. I don't know. Like, all I'm trying to vocalise my thoughts, but honestly, I don't know. And they sound contradictory and don't make sense even to me. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine why I just can't go all the way through a project like this in one go. But I am super happy with how it's turning out. Despite my sort of antipathy about working on rounds, I love the effect of them because it's so sparkly. I don't know if you can see properly. And that's something that really works well, particularly with a limited colour palette, is to have that extra sparkle and glitz. Quite a few special drills, quite a lot of this white AB spread around. And then the fairy dust drills are in a few places. I think there's quite a few of them in here. And then all the other orangey bits. And also a few greys in the cats. Because actually there is... No, I was going to say there's no free 10. There is a tiny bit of free 10 in this kit. But really very little. I think it's mainly just around the cat's eyes. Most of it is dark blue or dark grey. Because, like, otherwise they'd just be blobs, wouldn't they? If they were just 310. But yeah. Anyway, that is Laundry Black Cats. I would like to finish this one soon. I don't know, I'm kind of like, because I don't get through enough diamond paintings, I have like a queue a mile long of what I would like to get finished. And then actually when it gets to it, I just feel like I want to start something new. But it would be nice to get this finished. It'd be a nice quick finish at some point. We shall see. Maybe this will be finished by next quarter. We'll find out. We'll find out together. And then my next whip is one I don't think you've seen yet. I don't think I did a kitten chat for this. And this was one that I started more or less on a whim in, I think it was like late August. Because I didn't fancy working on any of my existing whips. I just felt in the mood for something new. And I went through my stash and picked out a few different ones that I thought I maybe fancied and just like mould it over to see what felt right. And what I came up with was Goalpoint Lighthouse. So this is one I had in my stash for a couple of years. And it's just one I've always really, really loved. It's a landscape. It's beautiful. Yeah, and here is what I've done. So this one I think is no longer available on Diamond Art Club's website. I'm pretty sure this was a limited edition. So it was a one and done run. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love a landscape. But I think this one particularly appealed because it's 80 by 60 centimetres, so it's a little bit smaller. A lot of them tend to be done in the really big and beastie sizes because they're often very detailed. And the other thing is, this is like a landscape for people who like colour blocking. Oh, I can see drills that haven't been pushed in properly. It's got a lot of blocking. Oh, over on this side at least. I've probably completed most of the blocking sections now. But this sky had some of the largest sections of colour blocking I've ever done because of the types of kits I choose. And the colours are gorgeous and there's all these ABs in the sky. Oh, it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. And then the rest of what I've got to do is definitely going to be the more detailed, slower going stuff. A lot more confetti on this half. And we're kind of mostly done with the peachy pink colours that make that half so beautiful. So this, what I've got left is more sort of classic landscape, I guess, but not too huge. I love a lighthouse as well. There's just something so pretty about lighthouse pictures. Anyway, so it's got square drills, just in case you can't see from your vantage point. As I said, it was 80 by 60. It's got quite a lot of the old 13 facet drills that Diamond Art Club used to do. We're like 2 iterations on from there now, because they moved to these sort of pointy 20 facet drills. And now they've got newer ones phasing in that are 15 facet drills. And I really liked the 13 facet drills. So I say that not just to be nerdy, although let's face it, I am. But also because that for me is a big plus point when I pull out a kit from my stash from that kind of era. Because I really enjoy those drills. They just have a nice, satisfying feel to them, for my taste anyway. So yeah, that is that one. And again, like, I'd love to say I think this will be finished by next quarter. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to prioritize working on for the next few months. But I do know what my next finish is likely to be. So let me show you that. My longest running whip is almost done. I've just taken it off the easel to show you, which is a pain because now I have to get it back on the easel. So, you know, that's how much I care about showing you everything. You're very honoured. Take this roller out. Charlie, it's not for you. Charlie's next to me. So I started this in January 2024. And it is now October 2025. And it looks like I'm going to get it done within well within the 2-year mark. So here is all of the right hand side, and then this is all I have left. A little over 1.5 rows, and I'm making them quite narrow rows because these sections do take a long time because of the level of confetti in it. So this is Diamond Art Studio's first ever Max Colour kit. They've actually released quite a few now, but this was the first one, and it was like this big thing where they said, you know, they did this thinking it would appeal to some people, but they never anticipated it would be as popular as it was. And it's still one of their really popular kits that always seems to sell out quite quickly when it comes back in stock. I think I bought it on the first restock because when it first came out, I looked at it and I was like, nah, I don't want to do a kit with 197 colours. And then as I started seeing people working on it, it's like, oh, no, that looks something a bit special. I would like to work on that. Because it's not just 197 colours, is it? It's 197 of the most bright, vibrant, fun colours. And yeah, it's a challenge, is what it is. It is a different experience working on a kit with that many colours. I bought myself a large Art Dot storage case with 3 trays of 80 bottles, so I can fit everything in there. And by not too far into it, I'd got quite good at remembering where each colour was, you know, so I could reach for it quickly. So it's not been as much of a challenge as I feared it might be. The only reason it's taken so long is because the confetti is so super intense that I have done it in short bursts. Kind of a nod back to what I was saying before, that for me, that's something where some projects I just know they're going to take a long time because I know I'm not going to want to sit there and work on them all the way through. I'm going to want to do a bit and then move away from it before it gets too much. And that way I keep the enjoyment. But yeah, let me show you, because I think this next square is quite a good example. Oh, the sun's started shining through and now it's hard to see. I was trying to show you the confetti in this section, because that is definitely not the most intense section on here, but an example of how it can be quite a lot. So yeah, these small sections, which are each half of my standard release papers, can easily take me 3 hours or more when there's, you know, a lot, because you're basically single placing it all, which for me feels slow because I'm a multi-placer. And then you're also just changing, you know, having to get drills in and out of pots all the time. But yeah, so pleased to say it will be done fairly soon. And I do feel quite confident on that because this is actually the second row that I've done in a row. I did that one last week and now I'm on this. And I think the thing has happened that I thought might happen, which is that I've taken it really slowly, done it bit by bit, often had big breaks between sections. But now the finish line is in sight, I kind of feel more motivated to keep going and I'm not burning out as much. So we'll see. Like, I might get to the end of this row and think, nope, it's going back in its box one last time. But I'm hopeful that I will feel able to finish it, particularly because this last row, by the standards of this kit, isn't too filled with confetti. So we shall see. Hopefully you will be seeing a finish for this one soon. Okay, moving on. The last 2 kits I'm showing you together because they are, of course, my comparison project where I'm completing 2 versions of the same kit. Won't dwell on these too long because I haven't worked on these this quarter. As I said earlier, that's a job for soon, is to do another row of this. But of course, you know, you may be here and you've not watched any of my videos before, or certainly not any of my quarterly reviews or comparison project videos. So basically, the long story short is that I bought this version, which is Jaded Gem Shop's original hybrid rendering, as they call it, which is largely computer charted with a few human touch-ups. Then they started doing hand charting, which they call pixel charting, and released it in that. And I loved the look of that so much that I bought that as well. And then I thought, I've got exactly the same artwork in the same size, 60 by 60 centimeters, in the same drills from the same shop. There could not be a more perfect time to do a comparison project because I had seen other creators do them, particularly Diamonds and Washi. She is very well known for them. And really enjoyed watching them. So yeah, I thought I'd have a bash at my own. So I've done 2 updates so far because I did 1 row up to about here and then one row here. I did say when I kicked off this project, you'll have to bear with me. I'm not a fast diamond painter, and I'm unlikely to, you know, get through these very quickly. I wish I was further along than I am. But hey ho, and never mind, you know, I'll get them done when I get them done, basically. The next section involves this cat. So that, yeah, that should be a nice one to work on, and I'll hopefully do a big enough row that I can do pretty much all of the cat in one go. Although I don't like to do too big a row just because of the way I work on my easel. Like, my neck manages best if I'm only looking at a certain level on the easel and not looking up and down too much. But yeah, we'll see. But it would be nice not to chop the cat in two, wouldn't it? Hey, Charlie. He's back. He's come to investigate the cat. Yeah, so that is the end of my quarterly review. Like I said at the start, a bit light on finishes, a bit whip heavy, but I have made quite a lot of progress. I forgot to check how far into Sweet Shop I was, you know, at the end of the last quarter, but I think I've done quite a bit. I think I must have done 2 or 3 rows this quarter, which is quite a lot for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but regardless. And then the other 2 that I showed you, Goalpoint, Lighthouse, and Laundry Black Cats, I've only worked on them this quarter. So yeah, if I was the kind of person that more sticks at one whip until it's done, I would definitely have more finishes because I have done quite a lot of diamond painting. But yeah, it's been difficult. I mean, September, for a long time, I barely did any diamond painting because of Charlie moving in and settling him in. I've also been working on this Lego project. I thought I'd just quickly show you. This is like a Tudor house kind of thing. And it is so cool. My husband got it for me for my birthday. And I'm really taking my time over it because in the past, when I've had these big Lego projects, I've whizzed through them because they're so much fun. And then they're done. And yeah, Lego's expensive, so I can't get these very often. But yeah, taking my time with it. I'm most of the way through, but I do have quite a bit more to do still. So yeah, I'll probably be doing some of that soon as well. Look at all the clocks. So that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please consider dropping a like on it. If you are not yet subscribed, I would love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.